Hello, welcome to another installment of Comparative Reasoning. I'm your host, Cedric Kennedy, and obviously Sidra is here with me. Uh, I had a different graphic all set up, but I didn't change stuff up, so it's just not it's just not even right.
It's out of control.
Yep, I had to fix it on the screen.
Okay.
Okay, so COVID-19, when it comes to it, no one takes it serious because if they did, more than I think right now, I think a third to half this country has it because made stupidity reign. Also, people just I don't want to change the way I do things. I don't want to change. I don't want to change anything. And you know what? Only 1% is scheduled to die. So who cares about those 320,000? Oh, wait a minute, it's gone up. We're over 400,000 now. So since most will survive it, so it's okay. And then people saying, my grandmother got it, she survived. So why are you wearing a mask? People will do whatever they got to do to not change anything, and then to double down on it to be as dumb as they can because why not? And right now, just last year, summertime, there was already a new strain, and it was killing minks like in mass droves, just genociding them because that's where it first was found. I'm starting to wonder if it mutated in the minks, or if it mutated in someone and they gave it to the minks, because there are currently 5 different strains of COVID-19. Sunny Secular had reported that in South Africa they had rejected a vaccine because it's not going to work on the new strain. And let me explain this to everyone because I don't know why anyone didn't see this. When there's a new strain, whatever vaccine you got for the original isn't going to work. It's not. That's why there's always a different flu vaccine to keep up with the different strands of the flu. You'll get symptoms, but not nearly as severe as if you caught it.
And you might not get symptoms, depending upon the individual.
You might get symptoms that are just as bad, but you won't suffer those effects as if you had it. If you want to break it down to some far more simplistic terms of a vaccination and then it not working and whatnot, there's a tsunami coming. It is 20 feet high, so you make a 30-foot wall. You might get some splash overboard over the wall, but most likely, hey, no damage. The wall stops it. Yay, right? But then, this is how everyone else has handled it. Something catastrophic happened. The wave is going to be not 30, not 60, a mere 50 feet high. 20 feet higher than what the wall can handle. This means it's going to be much stronger than what the wall was built to handle. So what people did was say, hey, it's just water. And others said, hey, look, just think about it. Just think about it. Yes, it's strong, but why change what we got? It's going to cost more money to make that wall higher or to strengthen that wall. And if the water crests over it and breaks it and all this other stuff, only people at the coast are going to die. So everyone else inland will be all right. So you know what? Let them go. Let them, it's all good. I don't know. I've been saying for 4 years now, be better. People are like, hold my beer. So there's hope. EIDD-2801. I'll let Sidra take the reins on that. I was giving her time to look it all over and stuff like that. And, you ready, girl?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you can take it.
EIDD-2801 is an experimental drug developed in partnership with Emory University. Now they got a not-for-profit biotechnical company there. So they published a paper in Nature magazine And it says that an orally administered drug, this drug could halt the replication and prevention the replication of COVID-19 and prevent infection. And it's in a model, an in vivo model, which means in a living organism. And this was done with human lung tissue. So that may not sound like very much, but if you're going to be developing drugs, you have to start on a micro scale. You know, you just don't come up with some shit and say, "Here, dude, take it." It's not how it works. But the fact that it showed the ability to prevent and limit the infection is monumental, because that means it's got the potential to save lives. Of course, they have to do more studies and more trials. And the article gets a whole lot more technical than this. I'm not going to get into it because I don't completely understand it. I'm not going to communicate things I don't completely understand. But it's important. You know, there's people out here who are, you know, not really caring what they do. They don't have any responsibility. They don't want to change what they do. They have no sense of responsibility for their fellow human, whether the human's a relative or not. They don't give a shit. And there are people in the scientific community who are doing this kind of work. I don't care if it's profit driven or not. It has the potential to add a solution on the table where there is none. No, the vaccines are free, so hopefully they won't do too much price gouging if they get to the point where this pharmaceutical is on the market. But the fact that they have gotten this far to research and found something that can do this is big. So yeah, I just wanted to report that.
So we have to save ourselves from ourselves. That's what we're doing, and that's what they have to do, because people don't want to do right by their neighbor. They don't want to do right by themselves. They don't want to do right by anyone. They just want what they want, and that's it. So you got to, you know, help the kiddies and separate them from their toys. You know, that's what you got to do. It sucks. But I want y'all to know, the people that are not helping, the ones that's going out, no mask, the people that are just touting how many people will die, so it's okay. These are grown ass people. These are people that do not think anything will happen to them. These are people that do not care about other human beings' lives. They really don't. When you can literally say, look, you know, only 1 to 2% of the country is going to die, so it doesn't matter. You are evil. You are. You are. You know, I've got my severe thoughts about it, but I'm gonna keep those to myself, because I, you know, it's just too many people being killed by very, very few people. And people are going to get tired of this when it keeps affecting them. They're going to get sick of it. And when people get sick of it, they start to do something about it, usually. That's all I'm going to leave you with. It's been Cedric and Sidra for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.